Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Chase, and welcome to ChasePacks. In today's video, we are covering some ETBs from the Sword and Shield era and the Scarlet and Violet era. Kind of what prompted this video for me is what do you want to call it? The sentiment around booster boxes for Pokemon right now, right? Dust and Rivals, $550, $560, doing things that we've never seen a booster box do, and the time frame that it's done it in, you know. And the reality is we haven't got a whole lot of booster boxes from Pokemon. So, and on top of that, they're expensive. So ETBs are a nice option for me, for a lot of people, who don't have $2,000, $2,500, $250, $350, in Destin Rivals case, $550 to throw at cases and booster boxes. So ETBs are nice. You can find them in retail if you don't want to order online. If you're just walking in to find like a box for, say, your kids, or a cheaper option for you to open up or just collect, put away, and display. So I like ETBs for that reason. I really like the artwork on them. And yeah, you don't have to pay $210, $250, $300 on release day for that box either. So again, a select group of boxes from Sword and Shield, a select group of boxes from Scarlet and Violet, kind of just boxes that I'm interested in at this point. So there's no real rhyme or reason to what I have up here, just stuff that I like. So let's jump into it. Okay. Fusion Strike, probably one of my favorite looking ETBs for a display piece out there. Fusion Strike, obviously an old set. Market price $247. I brought up the year chart for these. The more and more I do this, I really like to look at the longest time frame I can, and TCG Player only lets you do up to a year. So last February, you could pick these up for $122, and as you can see on the chart here, it's just a steady incline. From February 9th to February 14th, only 3 were sold for $247. Let's look at some of the last sales here. The 12th and the 9th and the 7th, they were floating for anywhere from $260 to $277. So, I mean, not surprising for a set like Fusion Strike, right? The packs are expensive. It's an old set. It's a desired set. Probably, yeah, outside of Evolving Skies, the second most desired set from the Sword and Shield era. But listings down here right around market price. Nothing too surprising, really. I guess I'm kind of surprised that more of these aren't selling, but I guess considering that they are $240 plus, for 8 packs, I get it. I get it. Chilling Rain's one of those sets that not a lot of people like. I really do enjoy Chilling Rain. I like the box art. I like the cards inside. We know it's a nightmare to open, but that being said, this is the Shadow Rider Calyrex version. They have the Ice Rider as well. They're right around the same price. So just pick your favorite art on the box, I guess. Yeah, I just like the Shadow Rider better. And like I said, they're around the same price, $107 market price. I don't know. For me, that's fine. There's a lot of Scarlet and Violet ETBs that cost more than that. So yeah, for an old set like this, in a set like Chilling Rain that has some pretty nice cards inside, I don't hate that market price. A lot of these listings, a little bit all over the place. 110, 98. There's a 122 right here. 106. There's a 124 there. Some of the last solds here: 125, 108, 105, 118 for the Chilling Rain boxes. But really like the art on the Chilling Rain box. Always have. Lost Origin, another one of those really iconic looking ETBs. 151 market price. On the 1 year chart, it's up 98%. It looks like it's pretty much at its high for the year. Let's see here, 150, 151. Yeah, pretty much at its high at this point. Let's see what you can get these for. Yeah, back in February 2025, these are going for 76 bucks. 154, 145, 155, 159, 145. Some listings down here as well. So Brilliant Stars, I really like this ETB artwork. The PC ETB artwork for the Brilliant Stars box doesn't do a whole lot for me. It's too wild looking. I didn't bring it up, but it's pretty crazy looking. But I do like this a lot with the white and the gold. 121 market price, up 74% on the 1 month chart. Looks like the high here was in like October at 130, dipped down to 101. It's came back up to like 121. Some of the sales: 122, 128, 128, 115, 129. So Brilliant Stars, one of those sets. I can't remember the last time I looked at the booster boxes for these, but they were moving up too. Brilliant Stars is a nice set for the Sword and Shield era for sure. Evolving Skies, ETB. I brought up the ETB art with the Umbreon on it. It is the most expensive, right? Umbreon. People want the Umbreon. $394 market price. I mean, some of these sellers, you know, I don't know if I would buy from some of them. So I'd like to get down to some more credible sellers. To be honest, that's why I was on page 2. But these listings quickly get up to $500. Let's see here. We got 4 sold here at the beginning of February. 6. Yeah, I mean, these sell pretty frequently. And honestly, it looks like a good bit of them are selling for, yeah, 400, 398, 380. Tear on the side. This guy has a picture of it, 397, 384. So, I mean, they're selling for those prices. I'm guessing those buyers are buying from some of these people who are listing are not as credible, which, man, on TCG Player, if you don't have pictures, I don't know if I would do that, but, you know, all power to you. Crown Zenith, just an amazing set, a very loved set. Crown Zenith is, you know, it was cheap for a long time because they printed a lot of it. Arguably one of my favorite sets from the entire Sword and Shield era, period. Market price $248, up 128% on the 1 month chart. So let's see, as far back as we could go was February, middle of February of last year. They were selling for $108, and just pretty much a steady climb here. Let's see, November 2025, they were like 222. They dipped down to like in the 190s, and straight up from there, 248, 13 items sold the last 5 days. So some listings, or not listings, at least the last solds here, 251, 230, 230, 249 has some pictures, 230. Okay, let's get into the Scarlet and Violet era. This is an ETB. I get it. The Fate sets are very popular. I also love the Fate sets, but $299 market price for Paldean Fates, right? It's what's it, like 2 years old? I think it's about 2 years old. Probably not going to get any more of these ETBs, I wouldn't imagine. At least not a reprint in them. It's up 183% on the 3 month chart. Let's see, going back as far as we can to the end of February of last year, 105. You can pick them up for $105. It looks like the high point is probably now, yeah, 298, yeah, 294. There was pretty much a high point at the middle of September that matches the one we're at now. I had a little dip where it got down here into the 230s. But Paldean Fates, for a Scarlet and Violet set to be, let's see what they're selling for. 303, 305, 303, 302. So, I mean, okay, I know Paldean Fates is a very nice set, and people prefer it over sets like Lost Origin, Chilling Reign, you know, Brilliant Stars. But I'm buying these, for me, I'm buying these before I'm buying Paldean Fates at $300. Just for the simple fact that they're older. Like, there's plenty of arguments, right? There's plenty of arguments why you would pick up the Paldean Fates ETB over these ones. I get it, but there's enough big chase cards in Brilliant, Lost, and Chilling that, right, there's the Bubble Mew, there's Charizard and Paldean Fates. I know that those are huge chase cards for people, and that is what's probably driving, and then, you know, in the promo, but that's what's driving that price. And again, I know we're probably not getting any more Paldean Fates, but it's hard for me to spend more money on a Scarlet and Violet era ETB when I could buy a Sword and Shield one for a whole hell of a lot cheaper. But we'll move on. Paldea Evolve, one of my favorite sets of the Scarlet and Violet era. Probably my, you know, it's right up there with Destined Rivals for me. I probably would honestly just call it a tie at this point, because the driving force of Destined Rivals is like the nostalgic Team Rocket feel, right? And the Mewtwo for me isn't like one of my favorite cards. It's like the third best performing card of the entire era right now. Which I guess isn't surprising, right? Giovanni Mewtwo, a Team Rocket set. But Paldea Evolve's awesome. I really enjoy Paldea Evolve. Market price $123. Let's see what they're selling for though. 125, 130, 130, 110, 120. So yeah, that makes sense. and the listings down here are pretty much on par with that. But up 73% on the 1 year chart. You can pick them up beginning of March for $73. And besides a little dip here in October, well, I guess it did take a pretty drastic drop here. The end of November, 156.55 items sold, and then they went down 124 here. So, yeah, I mean, 123. I mean, the booster box is like 400. What is it? 450, I think. It's been a while since I've been looking at booster box prices. Because to be honest with you, the way the prices are going for booster boxes right now, I'm kind of just holding off, because I'll give you my take on the booster box, whatever dilemma we got going on. We're not getting significant reprints of booster boxes for the Scarlet and Violet era or any era. My opinion, I think that booster boxes, they have to come. Like they don't have to. Pokemon could do whatever they want. So now, if they do print more booster boxes, is it really gone with the demand in the market right now? Is it really going to really smash any prices to the point where people feel really safe picking up booster boxes? Is it going to drop anything to MSRP? Probably not. But yeah, and I'm not one of these. I'm not a serious investor. Shout out to Pokechuck. If you guys don't watch Pokechuck, you should. He has a great channel. I heard it from him first, but it's exactly what I do. What I do, they call collectors are like accidental investors. Kind of what I do. I buy what I like, even though here's the thing. If you want to be a successful investor, say in just the Scarlet and Violet era, you're going to invest in Destined Rivals, and you're going to invest in Prismatic Evolutions, and you're going to buy the dips when they're there, and you're going to load up on it, right? You're going to do all the things. You're going to dollar cost average in, and those are like the two sets in 151. It's getting to the point where it's almost too late for 151. There's still some opportunities out there for probably booster bundles, but where was I going with this? Oh yes, the accidental investor, right? The people who buy what they want as collectors. And, subconsciously they know that those are going to appreciate in value, but they buy what they like, and then they set it to the side. And because they like it, it sits there longer. And then, right, they make more money in the long run if they do choose to sell. So that's kind of what I do. That's why I like looking at all these sets, because I really like Paldea Evolved. The booster box is really expensive. So the market price at 123 isn't hateful. And I love the art. I love the artwork on it. Surging Sparks, dirt cheap, $77 market price right now. So let's see what some of them are selling. Right around market price. Yeah. Surging Sparks, kind of the set that kicked this whole thing off for us in Scarlet and Violet. Really cool box art. The mascot of the IP, Pikachu on it. Great cards in the set, right? I mean, the only reason this is $77 is because we've seen a pretty significant amount of product from Pokemon for Surging Sparks. So on the 1 year chart, looks like it had a high here, like 113 June of last year, and then just came crashing down since August of 2025. Pretty much been in the 70s and high 60s the entire time. Pretty much in the 70s though. But Surging Sparks is a great set. And $77 for this box. I feel like that's a lot of value in that. And if you enjoy the set and you want to open it, $77 in the market we're in now doesn't sound too terrible. Destined Rivals, gotta be one of the most iconic ETBs just on the art that I've in the past three eras. Mega Evolutions, Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. Awesome looking box. An outrageous price, $175 market price. It says it's down 36% on the year, but this is pre-release 278. Let's go to the 6-month chart. All right, so last August, $96, 85 of them sold. It's just been a steady incline since then, though. All the way to the last 5 days, 15 of them sold at $175. I'm staying away from Destined Rivals ETBs. I'm definitely not buying them at $175. Because here's the thing. The booster boxes need a reprint. Desperately. Obviously, the ETBs need a reprint. Last time I checked, the pack prices weren't outrageous, though, because they are putting Destined Rivals packs in boxes. But Yeah. Like I can see if people are like, I can see if people are nervous about the booster boxes, but you would, I mean, I have even more confidence that that Pokemon's going to print Destined Rivals ETBs more than I am that they're probably going to print Destined Rivals booster boxes again. So I'm not going to buy at that price. Um, but it is like the most desired main set from the Scarlet and Violet era. So it's not surprising at all that people are buying it at that price. Prismatic Evolutions, this is a box that everybody wants. It's kind of been all over the place with how much product they've been pushing out onto the market for Prismatic. 145 market price. Let's look at some last solds. 3 of them sold at 150, 150, 140, 135. Looks like, okay, yeah, I was just reading the description there, nothing weird. All right, 1 year chart's up 14% on the one year chart. It's all over the place. February of last year, 139. Then we'll just go down to the biggest dip here. June of last year, they got down to $98. 501 of them sold. And then we see a spike here from August to October to 136. Then they drop back down in December to 117. 202 of them sold. A lot of them are selling on these dips. A lot sell on these dips. Now we're up here February 2nd through the 8th, which, well, let's do the 9th through the 14th because obviously it's the 13th. 85 of them sold at $145. This so Prismatic for me, it's if I had to guess, it's probably going to be the most desired set. It's tough to say, right? It's for me, it's Prismatic or 151. You could argue that Destin's up there, but I think Prismatic and 151 will like probably go down as the most iconic sets from the era. And 145 for Prismatic isn't awful. Not great, isn't awful. If I found some of these locally for like 120, if I, or, if you could buy these, buy some guy's, I don't know, some guy's collection and he has 5 of them and you can cut a deal with them. Yeah. 145 doesn't feel great buying them at 145, but like I said, I would feel 120, 110 if you could find them at that price. I know it might be tough, but Prismatic's just a sure thing, right? It's a beautiful art, amazing cards, all the evolutions. We don't need to talk about it. You guys know what Prismatic is. 151 ETBs. You got to bring them up, right? Because this 151, we're talking about the Scarlet Violet era, but these boxes are just so far gone for most people. $443 market price. Let's see what some of the last solds are. Okay, we got 439, 450, 450 essentially, 450, 424. So, man, I like 151. I really do like collecting ETBs, but this box for me it's long gone. I think personally for me, the only thing that I'd be considering buying, willing to buy, would be bundles at this point. And the last time I checked, they were like 120, I think 120. So again, just like with the Prismatic ETBs, if I could find bundles for around 100, so you can pick up 7 of them for 100 in a bulk deal, collection buyout, something like that, that'd be something I'd be willing to do. But 151's almost like, it's just like kind of past the point for me. But it is an awesome set. It is an awesome set, and it's like obviously Gen 1 Pokemon, no wonder everybody wants them. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Just a quick little market update on ETBs. Let me know down in the comments, how do you guys feel about ETBs? Some of you guys are collectors, some of you guys are investors, some of you are accidental investors. Shout out Pokey Beach for that. Pokey Chuck for that term. Love that term. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about ETBs. I know a lot of investors they could care less about ETBs. They're more into bundles and booster boxes, right? Or single packs themselves. I mainly when I pick up ETBs, I like them for collection pieces and show pieces, mainly. Some of these specialty sets, obviously they don't have booster boxes, so you pick up the ETBs for that reason. But let me know down in the comments. I got a couple friends who they love ETBs. They buy every single one from every single set because they like to display them. And I got some friends who just could care less about ETBs. So in my circle of people, it's like so torn between like what their opinions are on ETBs and and whether they collect them or invest in them. I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. But if you enjoyed that video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.